First of all, it does say extra, but this has been in exams in the past, admittedly scaffolded. And if you think AI is going to help you, well, this is what ChatGPT came up with. It doesn't make any sense at all, and it's a completely wrong answer. It comes up as acidic rather than basic. So I think even my D students can give a better answer than that. And this is what the answer, this is how you go about it. So that's the example question. So first of all, the hardest thing for most people, have a go look at this salt hydrolysis video that I've got here. You need to realize that the whole thing's been neutralized. So the only thing you've got left over is the conjugate acid or conjugate base. So that becomes the new weak acid or weak base. Once you've done that, you should be okay up to now about determining concentrations using rice and Ka, Kb expressions and doing pH calculations. So I've grabbed this from the previous video where we were just doing a titration calculation, and I've just asked what's the equivalence point. And so that's what's gone on in the titration. And so at the equivalence point, you're not left with any acid or base, just the salt, which is going to, it's a salt of a weak acid or weak base, so it's going to prioritize turning back into the acid, and a certain proportion of it is going to turn into that. And you're going to work that out by doing the Kb of what the Ka is. So this is now a base, so you need a Kb of this acid. And so the concentration is standard stoichiometry. So this is a big thing here, realizing there's two volumes put together, and so what the true volume is for the concentration. And then the next bit is working out the rice. The Kb is very small, so you can get rid of, assume the X is 0. The Kb expression's here, so you've got your X. How did you get the Kb? There are various ways to do this. As I've said before, the fact that it's 10 to the minus 15 and hydrogen ion, well, Ka equals 10 to the minus pKa, or hydrogen ion is 10 to the minus pH. Those two things are not on the data booklet. I've mentioned that a few times before. And so you need to know how to get that to work between Kas and Kbs, or pKs and pKbs, to whatever the question's given you. And so the hydrogen ion, so this is just the standard pH calculations here, and the answer is 9.2, which makes sense. Going by our equation, because it's a salt of a weak acid, it will turn back into an acid, therefore create hydroxide ions, and the pH will be slightly higher. Okay, so I've got a few questions on the website for you to do that, so give that a go. Probably one of the hardest questions that can ever be asked in all of Year 12, if chemistry is the hardest subject, and this is probably the hardest question in chemistry. So good luck.